Okay guys, good morning. So today I'm going to talk about the steps in grade computation based on the DepEd order number 8 series of 2015. So let's start the first step. The first step, you get the total score of each component. For example, in written works, these are the total score of the learner's raw score, and this is the highest possible score. In performance task, this is the learner's raw score, and this is the highest possible score. And for quarterly assessment, this is the raw score and the highest possible score. So that's the first step. Second step, you have to divide the raw score or the total raw score of the learner by its highest possible score and then multiply it by 100%. For example, in written words, PS stands for percentage score. So we have to divide 60 by 65 and multiply it by 100. So let's compute. 60 divided by 65 times 100 equals 92.31%. In performance task, let's divide 44 by 50 and multiply it by 100%. It has an answer of 44 divided by 50 times 100 equals 88%. And lastly, for the quarterly assessment, 40 divided by 50 times 100% equals 80%. So now we already have the percentage scores for each component. So let's write it here. PS for written score is 92.31%. And for performance task, 88%. For quarterly assessment, 80%. So that's the second step. And now let's move on to the third step. We have to divide the percentage score, or we have to convert it to weighted scores. All we have to do is to divide the percentage scores by the weight of the component. So in DepEd order number 8 series of 2015, written works has 20 or 30% of the grade, while performance task has 50% of the grade, and quarterly assessment is 20%. So let's start getting the weighted score. For written works, we have to divide multiply 92.31% times 0.30. Okay, 92.31% times 0.30 equals 27.70%. In performance task, let's multiply it by 0.50. The answer will be 88% times 0.50 equals 44%. While in quarterly assessment, we have to multiply it by 0.20. 80 times 0.20 equals 16%. So we already have the weighted scores for each component. 27.70% for written works, performance task is 44%, and quarterly assessment is 16%. So the fourth step will be getting the initial grade. So we will get the initial grade by adding all the weighted scores for each component. So let's add the score for written works, performance tasks, and quarterly assessment. So let's start. 27.70% plus 44% plus 16% equals 87.7%. 87 point. So we already have the initial grade, and the last step will be we will transmute the initial grade using the transmutation table. So in transmutation table, 87% is 92%. So that's how teachers get our compute grades. Remember that these steps are based on the DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015. So thank you very much. I hope that you learned something from me today, and God bless everyone.